Hi, I'm Suzy Hoodless. I'm an interior designer, and I'm going to show you the design scheme for my house in West London. It's a tall Victorian house with big, high ceilings, and the ground floor is a double sitting room, and it leads through into a big open-plan kitchen. The brief for the room was that it had to be a comfortable family space. It had to have a sofa that seated 5 people, but also for it to work for entertaining. The scheme is a total sort of mix of pieces that I love. So it's a rectangular room with a bay window, and the sofa is facing the fireplace. The his and hers chairs sit by the bright yellow architrave connecting the 2 sitting rooms together. And opposite in the bay window, we have the white Joe Colombo swivel chair. So the first fabric I started with is the French blue mohair from George Smith. It's on my sofa, which is also from George Smith. Then I chose a green leopard velvet fabric from Beacon Hill, which very sadly is discontinued, but this is a very similar fabric from Colfax and Fowler. And I chose it because I love the mix with the blue mohair from George Smith. The green and the blue combination together is great. I found this Tibor textile, which is just an amazingly beautiful thing, and I just knew that it would look great mixed in with the blue and the green. It's sort of not too serious, adds lots of texture, and I just have one small cushion and it just completely changes the whole scheme. I didn't really want to have curtains, but I found this amazing quadrat fabric that has this really beautiful sort of tone running through it, and it looks really great with the blue mohair and the green leopard print, and the combination together is really nice. Then I found this amazing Pierre Frey embroidery, and I upholstered 2 vintage chairs. It just completely changes everything that I'd already added, but also ties in all of those original colours too. So then I found these plain linen fabrics from Pierre Frey, and I mixed them with the Pierre Frey embroidery, and they are on the base of each of the 2 chairs. They're his and her chairs, so I wanted them to be slightly different, but to work together as a pair. When it came to choosing the paint colour, I wanted a neutral tone on the walls, just to pull the whole thing together and be the backdrop for all these really strong, bright fabrics. So I looked at Little Green and I found this beautiful, subtle, pale, dusky pink, and it's called China Clay Mid. And it works really well as this sort of neutral foundation. This very bright yellow, which is completely uncompromising, is the architrave to the 2 sitting rooms. We just wanted it to be this very sort of shocking, super contemporary colour. I think it works really well. I started with the rug that I bought about 20 years ago from Talisman. It's an early 20th century Chinese carpet. And again, it just feels very contemporary. It's amazing that it's over 120 years old. And the coffee table is designed by Barbara Osgerby. It's called the Zero Inn from Established & Sons. And I love that sort of mix of very contemporary with the vintage carpet. The white chair at the back is called the Elder Chair by Joe Colombo, and it's a swivel chair. I really love it, and it's one of the first pieces I've ever bought. A very classic, iconic piece of design. The wall lights are sheets of aluminium, and they're 1970s, and I bought them from Guinevere. They just add a very sort of contemporary twist to the interior. I think the scheme works really well. You have to think about how the textiles work together. And in this scheme, I've really used this Pierre Frey embroidery as the starting point, and all of these fabrics are pulled from this original fabric. And it's all about texture and scale for me, and that's why I think the scheme works so well.